Hello and welcome to the first round of the Volleyball England Beach Tour 2013. So let's have a look at the men's semi-finals now from the other half of the draw. And that was between Karl Butcher and Mark Garcia Kidd and Wojciech Kiedrynski and Martin Struve.
Here we go, Karl Butcher. And that serve is good.
Again, into the breeze, he served deep and that ball's just dropped. Just ducked in before the line.
How ironic is it that Karl Butcher, who's been having trouble with his serve all match, probably that was the most crucial point of the match, and it's put them 19-18 ahead in the second set. And there's another serve that's put them in trouble.
Great touch, Kiedrynski.
Purples have recovered. There's a big hit. And Garcia Kidd has put the big hit in.
Fist clenching celebrations from Garcia Kidd. He enjoyed that one. What a game this has been.
Whoa, this is spectacular stuff. The Greens were down and out just 10 minutes ago. Now they have 2 set points to take us into a tiebreak. Butcher's put in a safe serve. Pressure on the purple team. Garcia Kidd, a great block. Brilliant
blocking from Kidd and Butcher. It's got a swing, there it is. Brilliant tactics from Butcher and Kidd. They block line all game, and then when it was important, they changed the block to cross court. Kiedrynski didn't see that one. What a game we got on our hands here, eh?
Well, this is spectacular. They were all at sea in the first set. Second set, turned it around. We had a little bit of a blip towards the end. We thought that we was going to hand the match to the purples, but some superb performances there. In the first set, the guys in purple, Wojciech Kiedrynski and Martin Struve, won 21-9. Second set, it's the guys in green, Karl Butcher and Mark Garcia Kidd from England, winning 21-18. It's been a bit of a classic so far. We had lots of mistakes from the Greens in the first set. They really handed the first set to their opponents. Second set, they nailed it down, and quite ironic really that Karl Butcher puts that set ball out of play because he's been having problems with his serve. With me is Louis Lett, who's we've been thoroughly enjoying this match so far, and here we are in the tiebreak.
Again, Butcher using the big block of Struve to his advantage. It's going to be quite an interesting last set, this. I don't think anyone knows which way it's going to go.
No. Absolutely. It's really been high quality. The heat out there is pretty stifling. These guys have been putting a lot of effort in. That was a lovely little touch over the net.
Yeah, Kiedrynski really mixing it up a little bit. It wasn't pretty, but caught the opposition out, caught them on their heels there. They're all expecting the ball to go to Struve, who's been very effective with this left hand.
Yep, Struve has been accumulating a lot of points for the purple pair.
Yeah.
Here he comes in again. He sets for Kiedrynski. Oh, that just touched the line.
Hollywood shot from Kiedrynski, that.
Well, the girls were cheering in the stands. But I didn't see that line move at all, but the referee must have seen the slightest of touches.
Really was a great angle across his body to make the ball go back and touch the line.
3-1 to the pairing in purple from Netherlands and Poland. Good defence from Kidd. Puts a high one in, and it's effective. Lets everybody restart, and a big hit.
They dropped the block, and rightly so. Nobody could have called that the ball was going to come like that. Great set from Martin Struve. Very, very, very good shot from Wojciech Kiedrynski. Powerhouse.
Well, it's a big point. It's a big point. 4-1, and of course in the tiebreak it's only first to 15. First two got to 21.
As we've seen, there's a good end, and the Greens are at the good end now. It's a bigger advantage playing.
Absolutely.
From that end with the wind in your face.
Yep.
It's got to go over.
Oh, distant shot, just inside the back line. And as Louis said, there is a wind going from right to left here, which is a little bit changeable at the moment. It's going directly out to sea. So it is moving around, but it has meant that players on the left have been scoring more points. And that's a big hit from Karl Butcher. Much needed. They were 4 points behind. Now it's 5-2.
You know, that's a good set from Garcia Kid means that Butcher's got all options. He could have hit a cut shot there, a line shot there, but he goes for the powerful shot cross court. Does the job for his team. Good work from him.
Good serve from Butcher. Oh, but that's a great play at Kiderinsky. Well, as you were saying earlier, he's known as Killer Instinct on tour. Certainly showed some killer instinct on that. 6-2. Big points coming up now. Good block from Stroop, but going out. And he looks at his arm in an accusing way of how dare it hit that part of the arm.
That time, Martin Stroop's really got to get his right arm higher than his left arm so he gets his shoulders round into court. Didn't manage to do it that time, so the ball flew out.
These are important points now.
And that's just an angle from Stroop. Impossible to defend, right across the defender.
Momentum on the purple side.
Interesting times there. 4 points down in the second set, Garcia Kid and Butcher. They came back.
Need to be scoring soon. And you feel that the purples, yeah, you just feel that the purple team have stepped up a level and they've cut out all the mistakes and they've played very solid volleyball.
Very, very steady. The green team need to side out. Side out phase is when you win the point of the opposition's serve. They need to do it soon and get the ball back in their hands to serve themselves.
Yeah.
It's better pass that for Butcher.
It's one of those days again where the clouds are coming in and out, so. Oh, that's a lovely touch, Kiderinsky.
Oh, great shot, Kiderinsky.
He's playing to his group is in the crowd here. He's enjoying it. He's saying, I want to hear you.
If you look at that again, you can just see that Butcher's weight goes backwards when he plays defense there. If he would have just been still when the ball was contacted, he would have played.
Right, that one dips, didn't it? It was called out by Mark Garcia Kid, Butcher, and it actually was well inside the tape. And that's an example where that wind just dipped it right at the last minute.
It's a great serve. You've got to serve deep at this time.
10-3.
See if you can make it dip.
And this really is a big gap. This is going to be difficult for the Greens to come back from here.
And what brilliant defense. Garcia's unhappy, but you just, if someone makes a dig like that, you can't be too unhappy. It wasn't Butcher and Garcia giving the point away. It was brilliance by Kiderinsky.
11-3.
Now he's passing on his energy to Martin Stroop to change
I think they just did a little tap of the hands there and say, okay, let's just complete this match because it's 12-3 and really.
I think they love each other, really.
Yes, it's just like me and the missus at home. Purples have just put in such a solid, like they have truly stepped up the pace in this third set, haven't they?
Yeah, I think on the whole, I don't think anyone will argue this hasn't been deserved. Over the 3 sets, they played more steady, less errors. They put pressure on their opponents all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody will disagree that they'll be worthy winners if this carries on.
Oh, nice try. It's good to see a crowd building up here, and although the seats opposite may not be full, there's quite a couple deep behind us on the promenade here as people are walking past us and enjoying the view. It's a great view from the promenade side. There's Carl Butcher, and that's the story of his life in this particular match. He's had trouble serving all match, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think that really both teams are very, very good sides, and on the day it has been the purple side that have been more effective with their serving, their passing and their hitting. They've just on the error count, as we've seen in the wind, as we've said many times, you can't afford to make errors, and the Greens for me have made too many today.
Martin Stru's not been serving too badly either, so it could be this first point.
This awkward left-handed float serve. Very effective.
Nicely done there. Very simple, very solid. The trouble is, they need to do it another 7 times just to force a 2-pointer.
Yes.
It's 2 points clear if they do get to 14-all from there on in.
Butcher needs a run of his life now from the service line.
Yeah. And that's
there
it.
Is Jumbo to do it for the team in purple.
It's a great victory and a superb performance. Wojciech Kiderinsky of Poland with the bandage on his arm, and Martin Strude, a left-handed athlete from the Netherlands.
Will Hartnell and Hayden Lawson, who lost out on the men's quarter-final, actually made it through into the junior final. Here they are up against Harry Jones and Sam Walrond.
Second set here in this men's junior final, 17 and under, and a point there for the Greens. The Greens of Harry Jones wearing number 1 and Sam Walrond of Bournemouth. And in the purple on the left side, Will Hartnell wearing 1 and Hayden Lawson wearing 2. And those kids in the purple had a long old day. They played in a quarter-final of the men's senior event on this court just a few hours ago. Lost out in that one, but they put out the number 2 seeds in the men's event yesterday. So real giant killers, and obviously favourites for this juniors event, but the Bournemouth lads in green are really giving them a tough time. But the Greens started well in set 1. They were 6-1 up in the first set, actually ended up losing it 21-19. And now, a good start for them, 2-1 up here in set 2. With me is Louis Lett, who's actually half-brother of Harry Jones, who's out on court there. And how's your boy doing here, Louis?
Yeah, good. I think they started off very, very well in the first set. Not forgetting he's a couple of years younger than the guys around him, so very promising. And I still don't think this game's quite finished yet.
No. Well, 21-19 shows it's tight in anybody's language, doesn't it?
It'll be very, very tight. It's a good, healthy, friendly rivalry between Croyd and Bournemouth. Both very good beach volleyballing setups.
Yeah.
All good friends, but all like to beat each other at the same time, I imagine. So it'll be a real good battle this second set.
That one into the net, and that means we'll be tied up 3-all in the second set. Just a little wind blowing from right to left, and it's been there all the way through the day. You've seen it on the other matches as well. The easier end to play from is definitely the left side. More points won from that end.
Good block that from Warren. Oh, what a follow-up from...
That was just beautiful, wasn't it? That was poetry in motion.
From Hartnell. Just again, the set's there. He's opened up his shoulders, facing the way he's going to play. Buries the ball against the tape. Great play from Will Hartnell. And they take that first end 4-3. But it's not a bad first end for the boys in green as they go to the strong end.
Everything nice and open so far. There's the big attempt. Can he get it back? Oh, well done.
Touch.
Brilliant defence.
We've got the game on our hands here.
Wow, we're into phase 6 of this rally. 7 now. 8. Still going. Oh, that was an awkward set, but well recovered. Bad set there. Chance of purple. Oh, a mistake. What a great rally that was, though. It might end in a mistake and nobody applauded, but that was brilliant beach volleyball.
Such a strange game. We've had a real top-class rally there, and it's taken an overset from Harry Jones to win the point. After all the good quality we saw, it was an overset, which he's laughing about himself. That actually wins a point for his team.
Yeah, and how often does that happen? You have the most incredibly intense rally, and then the very next service straight into the net because everybody's arms are still tired after the last one.
For me, you should take more. Everyone should take more time behind the service line.
Yeah.
Concentrate and just refocus on the point in hand. Too often you see with so many players, they go back after they've won a point or something, and they're still got their mind in the last point, and they don't quite focus on the next job in hand. Fortunate this time from the team in green.
6-4, purple team lead. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable day here on Skegness Beach, right next to Skegness Pier, and there's a lot of families. It's been a lovely day. There's a lot of families been watching beach volleyball from on the promenade. There's quite a few diehards are staying all the way through to the end as well. Oh, great attempt at keeping that one up.
That's a great rally all round, great touch from Warren in defence, and Jones on offence is a good second touch, but These boys from Croyd are a hard nut to crack. They cover the court so well.
Ooh, that was close.
Or just took it long down the serve.
That could have easily touched. I was waiting to see the tape rattle, but it didn't. So the
Very
serve was
good
out.
leave, that. You wouldn't see a cricketer leave one that close to his stumps, would you?
And that one's out. So again, the purples are winning points at the bad end. 11-9 here in this second set. Crucial part of the match. That's a good block. Well, Green's won that rotation 4-3. So they'll be happy to have done that, and now they can feel that they can attack a little bit from this left side. And there's the first point on the board for them.
Deep shot from Jones again into that breeze. That deep shot, always dipping with some topspin on. It's just hard to defend. It's just a good, solid shot to play in these conditions.
Yeah.
You see they've dropped back down to the float serve now, Jones and Warren. Probably a wise decision.
Yeah, I think you're right actually, because they were putting a lot in, and there's another point for them.
So they've stopped the tactic earlier on where they were both jump serving from that end.
Yeah.
Just to get a bit more control on the serve and go for the float. It's worked. Looks like they're back to just 1 point now.
Absolutely. They were giving away too many unforced errors. And well, there you go. Commentator's curse. That was a safety serve, and he still actually netted it.
Yeah, that time it's just the toss. You still, when you float serve, need to contact the ball with your arm going upwards. That time the arm was too much behind the ball, not enough underneath it. But it's still very, very close.
So he is. 13-11 to the purple team. There's the big hit, and the big man, Will Hartnell, puts that one into the dust. And a little bit of daylight just starts to creep in there. 14-11.
They've been very impressive and very consistent today, the boys from Croyd. Both games, even in the quarter-final. The men's event, they hustled really hard.
That one's long.
Wally just mixing it up. Sorry, Wally's his nickname for his friends at school. Wally Warren. Trying to mix it up a bit and go on to it. Just goes out the back.
So Will Hartnell will serve from the right-hand side. 15-11 up. These are big points. And that serve was long. He's been putting a bit of pressure on. And always a risk, of course, you know. This is it. It's all about assessing risk, isn't it, with beach volleyball sometimes. On your shot selection, they put in for the big serve there on the left. Greens are really wanting to win a few points here and get back in touch.
That just shows what a good timeout that was called. They called the timeout, they come out, and the boys in purple made the mistake. Which is what everybody wishes when they call a timeout, when they haven't got the serve.
Yeah.
That the opposition come out and miss the serve, which they did, but it's being followed up by an error from the boys in green.
I didn't get a good view of that, but I'm not sure if I think it just hit the net rather than it being the block.
Yeah, hit the net and out of play.
But 16-12, the boys in purple, who are favourites here to take this. Oh, touch on the net. Great defence from Warland. Chancellor Lawson.
Good defence from Jones, free net, but the ball's tight.
Oh, that's gone long. Nearly into our camera there. Good play. This is great play here.
This one, eh?
Junior level, a touch on the net from the green though. And Sam Warland just misjudges his approach to the net. And that's another point for purple. Well, the quality there was fantastic, wasn't it? It was.
We've seen a few glimpses of some very, very good play.
There's a few looking the worst of wear, these greens actually at the moment. They're really breathing heavily. That was a tough one. There's a lot of work going in here either side. Oh, what a hit!
That's a shot of a very high class from Lawson. A cross-court smash, but he can't hit the ball as steep as some, but you don't have to hit the ball steep in volleyball. Hard and deep's good too. And that was at a great angle across the court from the young man from Croyd.
18-12. Really enjoyable junior final here. And a misjudgment. We haven't seen many unforced errors. Harry Jones there just getting his fit, putting all along. And I think they're still looking a little bit worse for wear after that amazing mega rally we had earlier. Just taking a little breather, and I don't blame them. But it's 19-12, and Purples here just need 2 more shots to take this title. And that's one of them. The wind catches that.
Such a beautiful serve. The breeze, as you said, catches up, and the ball just drops.
Yeah. And there's no doubt that these players, you know, that ball just dipped in the wind. Warland was expecting it further up. They're having difficulty here as well. Oh, touches the net, and it's good for green. Oh. Well, that's risking it a little bit. They have a little smile between them. 2013, 7 championship points for Will Hartnell and Hayden Lawson. Just a bit of ground maintenance taking place. Here we go. It's long, and it's over. And Will Hartnell and Hayden Lawson, who were the favourites in this final, were put under some severe pressure by Harry Jones and Sam Walland.
Thoroughly deserved, but a great game all round there from both sides.
And now on to the last match of the day, the men's final. Marco Trevisan and Davide Grandolfo against Wojciech Kiedrynski and Martin Struve.
So here we go, this is the men's final. It's the number 6 seeds against the number 9 seeds. So we've had a real mixed bag in of beach volleyball in the men's event this weekend. And it's an all-international affair out there. In the green, in the purple, Martin Struve of Netherlands wearing number 1, and number 2, Wojciech Kiedrynski of Poland. That's in the purple. And in the green, number 1, Marco Trevisan of Italy and Davide Gandolfo of Italy. Gandolfo is the only man who's made it to a VEBT final before. And with me is Louis Lett, who's been with me all day actually. Louis, this is the final match of the day, and should be a good one, isn't it? These two have, although it's the number 6 and 9 seeds, and you think, well, you know, these guys have beaten the top seeds to get here.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a game where you can expect the unexpected. 2 very, very good sides. Probably neither of which you'd have expected to be here this weekend. Saying that, they are both very, very good teams, so it's definitely not a surprise they're here.
Yeah.
But as you said, they've knocked the highest seeds out previously, and this should be a very, very good final.
But 3-1 to the Greens, early stages. We've already seen the semi-final where Struve and Kiedrynski got through.
That's a beautiful block by Teresa at the net, wearing the green number 1. Tall blocker, an Italian pairing, these two. Working very well together this weekend.
Yes, the tall Italian, apparently is a professional in the Italian Indoor League. And he's working over here in England. And his volleyball skills are doing him pretty well here as well, as the greens are looking good. 5-1 up early on. Just to notice with Wojciech Kiedrynski, he's got a very nasty looking bandage on his right arm. And he actually said it happened yesterday. He was going off into the distance. Oh, that's a great defensive block.
Davide is unbelievable on the back court. He's like a whippet round the sand. Hard as nails, Wojciech Kiedrynski.
You said just earlier that one of his nicknames on tour was Killer Instinct. I quite like that one.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. Not the biggest, but nor Davide Grandolfo either. But you'll just see they're so fast and they get out the sand so well when they attack.
Yeah.
Both very, very strong athletes.
That one was given out. 6-3 to the Greens. Best of 3 sets. First 2 sets to 21. Third set, if it gets there, is what's called a tie-break set. It's up to 15, so it's still quite a fairly big number, to be honest. And they change ends every 7 points. The easier side to play from is the left-hand side. We've noticed all day the wind is blowing right to left a little bit. It seems to have gone down a bit recently, but we are finding people are scoring more easily on the left side. Here's an opportunity.
What a rally this is. Both teams going hell for leather here.
Oh, wow.
That's a tremendous shot from Grandolfo. Managed to turn his body in the air, led by his feet, putting him in the middle of the two defenders. Nice high arm, and it's a great shot. Undefendable for the purple team.
7-4. Touch on the net. And Marco Trevisan was considered just to have a little wander into the net there, just as a Struve, a Dutchman, a left-handed Dutchman, was hitting his shot. Does alter the perspective of things when you have somebody who's left-handed playing against you. They drop back to defend. And
that really is beautiful control from that so-called weekend in the wind. Really, really good control of the ball. Great set that from the Italian number one.
Speaking to the organisers earlier, we're talking about these two pairings being the number 6 and number 9 seeds. That's a lovely shot, really nice shot from Struve. But he did say at the same time there are a lot of new pairings out there. Both these teams are new pairings. You know, people, I suppose, get a bit bored of each other after a while and want to try something new and try to have pairings that are going to work. And so the seedings are a little bit more difficult for people to work out as well. 11-9 to the greens. That one's long. That one caught the wind a little bit. So here we come. There's a little bit of a timeout. And the Italian pairing in green. Not being distracted by some of our advertising on the side of the courts. Get us underway.
That's why Davide with a bit of a fist clenching celebration. Grandolfo, wearing the number 2, is currently living in Switzerland. And he travels back for the tour events here in England.
Wow, he really loves it then.
He's really earned this result today, eh? He's probably managed to walk away with the victory.
Well, this is only his second ever final, and nobody else here has ever made a final before, so there's going to be a first in many ways amongst here. Grandolfo trying to call his opponent to confirm a symbol that's been made. I think he was pointing to behind his backside.
Great cut shot from Kiderinsky though.
14-9, the Greens lead.
Plays it short, fast, really hard to defend against. Good pace on the ball.
Martin Struve of the Netherlands serves, and it's Grandolfo that just goes straight through Struve, and he can't believe that his block was totally ineffective there. It's going to be disappointing for Struve. That, you know, he felt he got a good jump on it, and the ball went straight through his arms.
He's very high, Struve. Good blocker of the ball. Look at that. It's a good bit of defence from Grandolfo. And again, look at that. He's all over the place on the backcourt. He now has a swing, and it's long.
Oh, they did everything apart from the completion. Great play from the Italians.
I'm sure he'll be happy with the process before the hit, the dig. They're running around on defence. Very, very good. So even though he's hit it out, he's going to take the positives from that point. Some really good defence from Davide.
Yeah, Italians showing a bit of emotion now on that replay. You don't say that too often, do you? Or maybe more often. Grandolfo goes for the little clip down the side, but it's long. And, you know...
interesting now, Davide, after making 2 errors on the bounce. This is a time really at 12:15. They've still got a 3-point cushion, but this is probably the first time they felt a little bit of pressure here, the green team, in this first set.
Grandolfo goes for the hit. Defended. And not a good set at all there. But the a bit of miscommunication. And we'll have a swap over at 16-12 to the Greens.
Davide reacted on that so fast. Very, very good reactions from the Italian stallion. Word that gets branded with every now and again. And that was a big point difference between 15-13 and 16-12.
Yeah.
Set's tight.
Oh, that's a solid block.
Don't think he needed two hands there, did he?
Kudrycki, yeah. That was, there's no room at the end. Bye-bye, off you go.
Beautiful block. Even with the one hand, he puts it right over the net. And if it hits the hand, there's only one way that ball's going.
It's a solid chap, this Marco Trevisan.
It's the first time we've been blessed with Marco Trevisan on the VEBT. He's obviously made an impact, making the final straight away. A little bit of a player.
Now, just for those of you watching this, wondering where the British contingent are. Obviously, we've got lots of Brits that entered the event, but some of the top Brits, Mitzibrotsky and Lord, who've won the grand finals for the past 2 years, they don't enter all the events here. They compete on the World Tour as well, but they always come for the grand finals and compete with the best that the British Tour's got to offer.
Yeah, currently Tom Lord is playing with Phil Smith. They're based in Cyprus now, training. Robin Mitzibrotsky, he is based in London. He'll be playing at Weymouth, I think, with a New Zealand international player called Kurt Pittman, who's currently coaching the GB ladies team. And the GB ladies are currently playing on the World Tour, so that's why they're not here representing GB. They're currently, I think they fly out to Rome this evening to play in the World Tour event.
It's a busy old calendar out there.
Yeah, you'll find that the international side, the ladies team, have just come back from Holland. They're off to Rome, then they're off to Poland, and they've been to probably about 10 countries already since.
Well, the mistake there from the purple team has given 7 set points for the Italians in green, and well, make it 6 now as Struve just taps that one over. I think he was using his right hand there, wasn't he?
Struve's really impressed me today. Very, very quiet character, gets about his business in a very good way. They need a big effort now to stay in this set.
2014. Chance here, Gandolfo, oh, totally misjudges that. And is a little bit annoyed with himself. They'll turn around. They need to win the next 5 points.
The boys in green are really fishing for a side out here. Again, it's another error from Davide. That's probably 4 or 5 we've seen recently. Usually, or he is a very, very consistent player, as we've seen.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of a comeback here, you know. Even if the purple team don't win this set, the momentum they're gaining here may be crucial later on in the game.
Well, there's 3 points just gone. There's another 4, though, they've got. And that will do for the first set for the Italians, Marco Trevisan and Davide Gandolfo.
Welcome back to Volleyball England Beach Tour 2013. Let's get straight back on with the match.
So here we go for the second set in the men's final. It was 21-16. The first set went to the Italians in green, Marco Trevisan wearing number 1 on his shirt, and Davide Gandolfo wearing number 2. The weather conditions here are quite changeable. The wind is blowing. There's definitely a threat of a bit of rain in the air now. I think we're all hoping that it doesn't come down. That's brilliant play there. And Trevisan, you know, he's a big guy, but he moves quickly, doesn't he? He's an athlete, this man.
Very, very agile. Both of the guys in green are agile. Very fast along the sand. Kudrycki goes with the left hand on 2. A little bit unorthodox, but does the job for him. Usually a right-handed guy, Wojciech Kudrycki, using his weak hand that time.
Yeah.
Catches Trevisan off guard. Martin Struve with this really awkward, unorthodox serve. This time it's a jump serve, but it's long.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say some of the big guys you see on the tour aren't possibly the biggest, fastest moves around and tend to rely on their height, but you know, there are some guys, and this guy is one of them who's got the height. He's about 6'3", 6'4", but he's also got speed around the court. But
both of these blockers move fairly well, if I'm honest. That's a big block from Struve, massive from him. Yeah, you'll see there are some players that obviously the taller you get, the less coordinated you are, so therefore it's harder to move around the sand and play. But these guys, to get this far in the competition, you have to be able to move well as have the height, the agility, the balance to succeed.
Oh, Gandolfo wins that little tussle. That previous point will give Strew a lot of confidence, because that was the battle of the big men at the net, and Strew blocked it away very well indeed.
This time though, he just didn't get his hands over the net. He wasn't balanced in the air on the block, and that let the smaller Davide Gandolfo get the ball past him.
That was out, just a fraction. Martin Strew of the Netherlands serves. Oh, nice defence. Here's a chance. Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, they like that. The Kiderinsky fan club are in full voice.
What a great set that was from Strew overhead into the middle. The block was pulled and gave Wojciech Kiderinsky a free net.
Oh, great replay on that one. Loved that one. Here we go. Italians have a chance for the big one. Gone cross court, and a little cut shot gives the Italians the points. Gandolfo.
Just as special, that shot from Gandolfo. Fast cut shot to the corner. So hard to play a shot at that, to defend a shot at that pace.
Yeah. He's got a lot of, Strew. Beautiful little touch there.
Stop it, Davide, in defence though. Too good.
Nicely done indeed. Almost in our area then. Here's Gandolfo, who goes for the smash.
What a rally!
Oh, bit of luck there for the Italians, but they'll take it. Strew just smiles, and Kiderinsky can't believe that. I don't think Gandolfo knew anything about that. Ball had just hit his hand and went over.
It's important when your partner's going to hit the ball that you go in and you cover the block. He did his job there, Gandolfo, from being in the right place at the right time, and he got the rewards for it.
Yeah. Oh, off the net. 10-5. The Italians lead. And this really has been a very high quality match. Really enjoyable final. Strew goes across, and the cut shot is good for Strew. And he's won quite a few points in that area, and Gandolfo's been on his knees every time.
Gandolfo's very, very quick, but it's the height that Strew can get when he attacks. Strew to serve again, jump serve into the breeze.
Again, Strew is dominant at the net.
That's a really good point for the team in purple, because Strew's jump serving, the ball goes fast, so it doesn't allow him much time to get in and get his block up. He did ever so well to serve, then get in and get the block. If you watch him now, he's going to try and do the same thing. He's straight in to get the blocklet, lines up early.
And a touch on the net from Strew. A little bit too keen that time, but he has really stepped up to the plate in this match, and has, you know, they've changed their tactics a little bit, haven't they? And they're pushing Strew more for blocking. They've realised that they need to change things.
Strew will always be blocking in this pair, and he's had a very good day, been very impressive, Martin Strew. It looks like this could be a good new partnership for the tour.
Yeah, we're going to see some really interesting battles in times to come. Oh, what a superb shot. And you could hear Wojciech Kiderinsky saying, oh, beautiful, in his lovely Polish accent.
Again, another heavy-handed shot from Strew, deep into the corner.
12-8 to the Greens. The Italians still have a healthy 4-point lead. Oh, beautiful from Strew. Great reactions. He was blocking.
Beautiful touch from Gandolfo, and he's got to swing for it here. Another big block, eh?
This is a chance for Strew. He's seen the gap. Oh, and he's done it. What? It's almost a one-man shot at the moment. Gandolfo's got sand in his eyes. He made a massive... I don't know if we got a replay of this from the Italian side, but he's eating sand here and trying to get this one back.
He's so fast, Gandolfo, over the sand. It's a great game. This is still very, very tight at 12-9. Side out very well, Strew, blocked very well, and just the control just there on his set's really, really good.
It's a good block.
Agile for a big guy.
Here's a chance. Oh, there's a question as to... Yeah, and I think the official's given it. Yeah, we'll see this from the replay of the net.
The call from Jeff Brock is that the blocker here, Treviso went right the way over the net with his arm and reached right over the net.
Now, Marco Trevisan's point here is, he's saying as long as I don't touch the net, surely I'm allowed to do that.
Where Jeff Brock's saying that you can't go right the way over the net with your arms.
I'm interested in that rule. I'd like to talk to an official about that, because I thought you could go over the net as long as you didn't touch the net.
Jeff Brock saying he went too far this time though. What a beautiful line shot from Grandolfo. Again, as we said before, it's really hard to defend the ball above waist height, sort of chest height. It's really hard to defend. Being a smaller player, Davide knows this and forces the ball high up the body of the opposition.
Good serve from Grandolfo. Here's a chance, and Kidrinski. And yeah, a little bit of showmanship here. I think these teams are really getting at each other. You know, they're really, both these teams really want to win this final.
He loves the big occasion, Kidrinski. He loves being the main man, and he's very good at it too. Loves the big occasion, plays very well in the big games.
The promenade areas, there's people there who've been, I've seen some people there who've been here since morning. Don't know why they don't go and sit down. Wow,
from Grandolfo though. He's high, he hits the ball hard and smashes the back line at the business end of this set.
15-14. That was a big point. Grandolfo's breathing heavily. Both teams are really putting in a lot of work now on these rallies.
The big block now would be doing nicely, but it's a dig instead.
Oh, great play. Here's a chance. Kidrinski goes long, but it's too long.
Kidrinski going for the jumbo. Jumbo's where they try and lob the defender in the far corner. Would have been a bit of a Hollywood shot if it would have come off.
16-14. Just going to clean one of the lines.
What a game we've got on our hands here. We're right in the business end of this set here.
Davide Grandolfo. And a touch on the net. Well, Strew said, no, I touched the ball first and then hit the net second, but I don't think that matters, does it? If you touch the net, you touch the net.
No, it doesn't matter if it doesn't affect play, but I think that one registered on the Richter scale. It's quite a big net touch, that, from Mr. Strew.
Now the Greens, meanwhile, have just taken the last 3 points in a row, and from 14 all, it's now 17-14. It's a big, little touch on the net, bit of fortune from Strew, who apologises.
I don't think he's very sorry though, they need the point.
Grandolfo is a very happy chap, sticks his tongue out at his opponent, as his colleague.
Sometimes it doesn't have to be pretty, as long as you win the point, that's all that matters. And points are very important at the end of this second set.
Michael Strew of the Netherlands tries the big serve, but it's a high-risk serve, that one. And now, 18-15, the Greens, with Marco Trevisan, are only 3 points away from taking this title. Ooh, that's a strong hand from Grandolfo, but, in fact, too strong.
Such a heavy hand from Strew. I mean, he does give it a good whack when he hits the ball. Very hard to defend against. Davide's one of the best on the tour. Too good for him that time, Martin Strew.
Grandolfo goes for the big one, and he's got it.
Not the tallest of guys, but man, can he get out the sand when he has to. That's a big flood cross court. Beautiful shot from him. 2 points for the championship now, Adrian.
Absolutely. 2 points for the pair from Italy. Of course, Italians have a very, very strong pedigree with volleyball, and a real mess up there with the purple team. The husband and wife serve, you called that earlier.
I'm glad you've got clocked into that one.
I like that one.
Causes many an argument, that serve. Here we go.
Here we go. It's championship point, Davide Grandolfo. Strew made a bit of a mess of that, but recovered. Oh, and he's messed up that one. Oh, what a way to finish. And, well, Kridzinski's taken his bandage off. I never noticed that. His arm's still hurting him badly. It's over, and it's a victory for Marco Trevisan and Davide Grandolfo of Italy.
I had a great weekend, very good, and we won, so for me it's fantastic. I have also a great partner, so thank you, Davide.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Davide, you were fantastic. Now, you've played on this tour quite a bit, but this is your first ever win, so you must be thrilled.
Yeah, enough. So it's only for the first tournament of the season.
Yeah.
So there are other 4 tournaments. So hopefully, I don't know.
Oh yeah, we knew it was not easy. I think we started very well the first set, but the second set was tough, was very tight. But I think we did some break, and we made the the set. Yeah.
Well, that's it from Skegness, where we've seen some fantastic matches today. Our next stop is at Westham Supermare in a few weeks' time. Come and join us again then. That's it for today. Thank you and goodbye.